To solve the following system of equations, we either need to use the elimination method or the substitution method. In this case, the elimination method is much faster and much more efficient, but I'll go ahead and show you the beginnings of the reasoning behind why I would not recommend doing the substitution method. For the substitution method, we need to either isolate x or y in the first equation or x or y in the second equation. And to do that, we would have to divide everything else in the equation by the coefficient in front of that variable. So if we test that very quickly, let's say we wanted to isolate this x, we would have to divide everything by 6, and all of these divisions would give us fractions or decimals of 1.333 repeating. And we don't want to be dealing with repeating decimals when we need to be adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. So that is not going to work. Also, dividing everything by 11 would give us a similar problem. So doing the substitution method using the first equation isn't really viable. You could do it with the second equation, dividing everything by 5. You will at least get decimals like this one is 1.8, and then this one is 1.2, which are workable, but just not ideal. The fastest way, and to be dealing with all whole numbers while you're doing all of this, is to use elimination. And you'll want to try to get these two coefficients to match rather than these two, because your least common multiple here is going to be 6 and 5. Your least common multiple here is going to be 9 and 11, and you're going to start to get very, very big numbers that are going to take more time to work out. So let's go ahead and we'll multiply the top and bottom here by 5 and by 6 so that we can get matching coefficients. 6x times 5 will give us 30x. Negative 11y times 5 will give us negative 55y. 8 times 5 will give us plus 40. And then 0 times 5 is 0. Down here we'll have 5x times 6 is 30x. We'll have negative 9y will give us a negative 54y. Positive 6 times 6 will give us plus 36, and then 0 times 6 is just 0. Now, we just need to get the signs to be opposite. So I'm going to go through and change all of my signs as if I'm multiplying everything by negative 1. We'll have a negative 30x, positive 54y, a negative 36, and then 0 doesn't really have a sign, so we can leave that as it is. Now it's time to combine. These are going to cancel or eliminate each other. Then we'll have 55y negative plus 54 will leave us with a negative y. 40 minus 36 will give us 4 plus 4. That will be equal to 0. Then we'll just need to do opposite operations to isolate y. We'll add y to both sides, and that will give us 4 is equal to y. And there's only one answer choice with the y value 4. That's answer choice B. And from there, you can mark B as your correct answer and move on with the rest of the test. But for the sake of the video, I'll go ahead and show you how they found the x value as well. To find the x value, you'll have to plug in this value 4 to one of the two equations' y values. And I would recommend doing the second one just so that you are dealing with smaller numbers. It makes it a bit faster. 5x minus 9y plus 6 equals 0. Then you plug in 4 for y. 5x minus 9 times 4 plus 6 equals 0. 5x minus 9 times 4 is 36 plus 6 equals 0. Then we can combine our like terms. Negative 36 plus 6 would give us a negative 30 equals 0. And I'll go ahead and move this over so I have more room. Then opposite operations, we can add 30 to both sides. We'll have 5x is equal to 30. Then finally, we'll have to do opposite operations one more time to divide both sides by 5. These will cancel, leaving us with x is equal to 30 divided by 5 is 6, making answer choice B our correct answer.